Good morning, everyone. So, what is today's date? 2081. And English date?
June 10.
10th June 2024. What's the time now? 10:21. Okay, some seconds are going on. And students are going to present. Actually, what I have done, I have divided the students in altogether how many groups? Six groups. Group A, 4 members. Group B, 3 members. Group C, 4 members. Group D, 4 members. You belong to that group? And why did you come here? Sorry? Which group you belong to? Then you have to go there or you have to stay here. Leader is just moving here and there. Right? So we'll change this boy. He is not fit for that one. So what do you think? Who is a bit better student over there? Who? Eric. Where is Eric? Eric is champion? He is a leader and was moving here and there. What I believe the leader is he has to govern the group, guide them, and he is just going in others one. What type of leader you are, boy? And other members are sitting. Why are you biting your fingers? Improve handwriting. Handwriting is so haphazard. People, they cannot understand your handwriting. There is one saying, good handwriting is the symbol of perfect education. Why don't you improve? So, okay, today's presenter is only Amrit Kumal. I think I have given work to only group A, right? Today Amrit is going to present and tomorrow Jane and third day? Okay, good. So if needed, leader also can come and assist. Alright? And there is duty of Super Guru. Who is Super Guru? Nirajan Shrestha. Okay, so without wasting time, let me welcome on the stage presentator and Super Guru.
Namaskar everybody. As you all know, it's me Amrit Kumal from grade 8. You all know I am your friends. And I am going to present chapter 3. Chapter 3, classification of living beings. Classification of living beings. It is a very simple method of grouping organisms and dividing them into different groups on the basis of their characteristics. It is divided into many parts. There are large number of plant, animal and microorganisms found in the earth. They differ in size, cellular complexity, body organization, feeding habit, and evolutionary development, and many others.
I think let me download this. Positive. It's positive. Taxonomy is a science that deals with naming, describing and classification of all living organisms, including plants. It describes about all living organisms and plants. Classification is based on
behavioral genetics, biochemical variation. It is classification is based on behavioral genetic and biochemical. System of classification. The system of assigning the scientific name to each species using two names. It has two names for genus name and second species name is the binomial
Nomenclature.
Carolus Linnaeus, known as the father of taxonomy, proposed two kingdom system of classification for easy kingdom plant. They do not move.
They are immobile.
They are immobile. Their growth is irregular and continues throughout the life. They reserve their food in the form of scratch. Reproduction takes place by vegetative, asexual and sexual method. There is no presence of nervous systems and excretory system.
Say thank you and go.
Thank you.
Leader, do you want to say anything? Now, super good.
Okay, so this presentation was made by Group A. So the topic is presentation classification of living being, taxonomy, two kingdom system of classification, kingdom plantae. So let's see what he has presented. So here it is given about classification of living beings. It is a very simple method of grouping organisms into dividing them into different groups on the basis of their characteristics. It means to say that all of the type of animals and plants are not similar, right? They have some of the different features and characteristics in them. Like some plants uses different process for respiration, preparing their food. Same as that, all the type of living beings have their own classification, right? Some of them are like plantae, kingdom. We have also studied in smaller class about phylum and classes. They are also as the classification of living beings. So it is given here. It is a very simple method of grouping organisms and dividing them into different groups on the basis of their characteristics. Any type of living organisms are divided into various types of names. Like if any organism have a name, then it is all due to their genes and their features. And it's given here. There are large number of plants, animals and microorganisms found on the earth. They differ in size, cellular complexity, body organization, feeding habits. It means to say that not only one or two animals or plants, but in our earth there are millions and billions of animals and plants, and they differ in size, cellular complexity, body organization, feeding habits. It means to say that we have studied before this chapter and unit that all of the living organisms in our earth contains with cell, and it means to say that we have also studied that the type of organisms which has only one cell are called as unicellular animals, and the type of organisms which has more than one cells are called as multicellular animals. So due to the differentiality of cells and their functions in all the animals, they differ in size, cellular complexity, body organization, feeding habits. Body organization means we can see that some of the animals has very highly featured type of systems like excretory system, respiratory system, and we can also say circulatory system. And this was all about his first slide. The next slide is given here, taxonomy. Taxonomy is a very new word for all of us of grade 8. It is the first time hearing us with this topic. It is given here, taxonomy is a science that deals with naming, describing and classification of all living organisms including plants. We all know that all the plants we call is rose, lotus, everything are our local name, but they aren't our scientific name. Rose, lotus and other plants and animals like dog, human beings, all has a scientific name too, but it is not familiar with us, and all the scientific name are derived by the science which is called as taxonomy. Taxonomy is a field of science. It is a field of science. As we know, engineering is also a field of science. Same as that, taxonomy is also a field of science in which the person who is researching in it tries to see about the features about the plants and animals, and tries to classify all the living organisms including plants with their names and describing it. It is given a classification is based on behavioral, genetic and biochemical variation. As I said before, the classification or the researchers who do researches on plants and animals for the taxonomy field classifies the plants and animals according to their behavioral, the type of behavior that they shows genetic and biochemical variation. Biochemical variation means the type of chemical of amount presented in them, and characterization, identification and classification. Maybe slide became something wrong. What is next? There should be two kingdom system of classification. Okay. The system of assigning the scientific name to each species using two names, first genus name and second species name, is the binomial nomenclature. Carlos Linnaeus, known as the father of taxonomy, proposed two kingdom system classification for easy way. It wants to say that, as I said before, the system of assigning the scientific name to each species. As I said before, all the plants and animals has their own scientific name, as we know about rose, lotus, and we human beings too have our own scientific name, and rats too. This is the field of classification of names in scientific way. And the next one is given here, Carolus Linnaeus. We all know, as I said before, about taxonomy. So every type of field has their own organization, like who developed or discovered it. Likewise, taxonomy was discovered by Carolus Linnaeus, and the main purpose, so he discovered taxonomy was to make the classification of the animals in scientific way easier. And this was all about his fourth slide, yes. And here the last slide is given about kingdom Plantae. So it's given here, it's not the introduction, but it's given here about the characteristics and features about it. So he has gave some characteristics, and it says they do not move, that is they are immobile. Immobile means they cannot move, they stay on their own singular place. And they do not move means they cannot transport from one place to another place by their own. Their growth is irregular and continues throughout the life. In human beings, our growth starts from our birth, and we start growing, and later on we start on our old age to decrease our capacity low and low. But in kingdom Plantae, their growth is irregular and continues throughout the whole life. In kingdom Plantae, their growth starts and never comes to the end. It's given here, they resolve their food in the form of starch, as we human beings and animals resolve their food in the form of glucose. but they resolve their food in their body in form of starch. Reproduction takes place by vegetative, asexual and sexual methods. These all are the process of reproduction in the kingdom Plantae. There is no presence of nervous system and excretory system, as we have read in health also, and in science also we are going to study about it. In kingdom Plantae, there is no any presence of excretory system. The system that is present in our body system, like excretory system and nervous system. Excretory system is the group of organs who work for the digestion of food and excrete them in the form of poop. And the next one is given here. Presence of nervous system, we studied about it too. Nervous system is the group of peripheral and central nervous system. Peripheral nervous system consists of neurons. There are three types of neurons too, and a central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cords. So there is no any presence of brain, spinal cord, neurons and other excretory organs in the kingdom Plantae. So thank you, that was all about my presentation.
Thank you very much. Everybody clap hands or give applause together. 1, 2, come on. Loudly. Wait, what happened? Together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come on. Very good. Okay. Actually, what happens when we feel more lazy, then either clap hands or pull your ears yourself. Okay. Sometimes what will happen? You feel very much boring, right? So simply you pull your ear, because if you pull too much, it will pain yourself. Others, they don't know. So you pull down 5 times, side 5 times, up 5 times. Then mind will be fresh and you will learn something. Okay, so thank goes to Group A members, and special thank goes to our presentator Amrit Kumal and Super Guru Nirajan Shrestha. So this presentation is based on classification of living beings. That is the heading, taxonomy, 2 kingdom system of classification and kingdom Plantae, right? So classification of living beings. Classification, here we have to remember grouping, keeping them in small groups. It is found that near about 20 million species of plants and animals are there. 20 million species. When we say human beings, that is one species. Gorilla, another species. But gorilla also may be different type of species. Insects, they are near about 90,000 species. Birds, there may be 5,000 species. Number differs, isn't it? So, if we start learning or studying all the organisms at once, it becomes very difficult. That's why, according to their similar characteristics or differences, they are kept in different groups. So, the process of keeping organisms in different group and subgroups according to their similar characteristics and differences, that is called classification. So here is given, no, they differ in size, cellular complexity, body organization, feeding habit, etc. Some they feed on plants, some they feed on animals, some they feed on both plants and animals, some they do not feed on also. Like green plants, what do? They manufacture their food themselves, but we cannot manufacture food. That's why we have to depend upon others. So taxonomy is a branch of biology or branch of science where 3 things are done. One is naming. Name is provided to the organism. What is given? Name. Next one is describing. We just elaborate. We just mention its characteristics. And Classifying. We classifying it. Classifying means keeping in different groups and subgroups. For example, if we talk about cat, where can we keep cat? It is kept in animal. In animal also vertebrata. In vertebrata also it is kept in mammalia. Cat is a mammal or not? But if we talk about crocodile, it is animal, it is vertebrate, but it is not mammal. What is it? Reptilia. Shark. How do you classify? It is an animal, it is also vertebrate, right? But it is kept in Pisces. Differs or not? This is the season of mosquito. So how do you classify mosquito? It belongs to Animalia, and it belongs to a phylum called Arthropoda. It belongs to a class called Insecta. In that way, these newly formed, newly discovered animals and plants, they are kept in different groups and subgroups. They are named and their characteristics explained in which branch of biology? In taxonomy. Taxonomy. So here is one person. His name is Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus. He was from Sweden. From which country? Sweden. Swedish biologist Carolus Linnaeus was the first person to give idea how to classify them. He classified all the organisms into two groups. One is Plantae, another is Animalia. Plantae and so that was his system. And again he gave next system, naming them. Naming means he provided them two names, first name and second name. What is the first name called? What do you call first name? Generic name. What is the first name? Generic name. And second name is specific name. Or we can call it genus. What do you call it? What do you call it? Species. Genus and species. Like, what is this? Lion. In English it is called lion. But in Hindi, what is it called? Singha. Singha, right? In Nepali, what did you say? Singha. In different language it differs, but in science it doesn't differ. According to Carolus Linnaeus style, we have to give two names. That is called binomial system of nomenclature. What is it called? Binomial. Binomial. What is that binomial? Binomial. Bi means two. Nomial means names. How many names are given? Two names are given. So the scientific name of lion is, what is the scientific name of lion? Do you know? Panthera leo. First name is generic name, second name is specific name. This is the way. Panthera leo. For tigers, Panthera tigris. Panthera is same, but tigris. So, who gave that idea for the first time? Carolus Linnaeus, right? Carolus Linnaeus. And what are the two kingdoms proposed by Carolus Linnaeus? Kingdom Plantae, Kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Animalia, only two kingdoms. So Kingdom Plantae, how many characteristics are given here? 4. What is the first characteristic? They do not move. Means plants cannot move from one place to another. That is called immobile. Those plants which we have kept in garden, can they move from one place to another? No, immobile. Number second point, what is here? Their growth is irregular and continuous throughout the life. They grow till their death. Grow continuously, right? No stoppage. What is the third one? They reserve their food in the form of stars. they reserve their food in the form of starch, means they can manufacture their food. Do you know the chemical reaction that takes place in their manufacture? If that process is called, what do you call it? Photosynthesis. The process of making food by green plants is called photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, what is here? Carbon dioxide reacts with water. Carbon dioxide reacts with water in presence of chlorophyll. What is there? And sunlight. Carbon dioxide and water, they react in presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. And what is formed? C6H12O6 plus what is produced? This is starch. What is this? So they store food in the form of starch. What is number 4th? Yeah, vegetative means from their part. Like money plant we have seen, no? When we cut money plant and sow in soil or water, slowly roots develop and it grows, right? A sugar cane also same thing. Yes or no? Yes. Potato also, just take some potato, mature potato and sow inside the soil, new potato is produced. Yes. Asexual means without fusion of gamete and sexual fusion of gametes. And what is the last one? No nervous system, no excretory system. That's why plants, they show their reaction of it slowly. Human beings, their body is full of advanced system, that's why they show response very quickly. But these organisms, they don't have nervous system and excretory system. Yes or no? Okay, these are the things. So presentation activity is over. We have got near about 6-7 minutes. Everybody please read that portion. Today's presentation. Page number, what is the page number? 70? 65 and 66, right? Then start note making. Reading and note making. Okay? Thank you.